Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Raw review for tonight, Monday, October the 9th, 2017, from Indianapolis, Indiana. Pardon me for my voice being a little hoarse. If you haven't seen my late Hell in a Cell review, you'll see why I was at Hell in a Cell last night in Detroit at the Little Caesars Arena. So I love my butt off, had a good time there. Decent show. See my review after this one, of course. So bear with me, I'm trying to get through this. So Raw did have a little bit of top with the pay-per-view being last night for SmackDown. And of course, need some hype for their pay-per-view in 2 weeks, TLC, in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Target Center. And, well, it was a good one. A decent one. Some good action, but it was more about building TLC. We have the main event for TLC set. But we don't know if there's going to be some things on the line, which I'll get to in a minute. And it was a big Raw because not just we have the main event, after the numerous teasing for the last few weeks, as you see from my subtitle, it happened, people. Reunited fully, and it feels so good. Plus, we found a new champion in the CW division. So, big night for Raw. The action between was like, yeah. It's interesting they had like some of the big stuff saved for the first hour or so because they want to compete against football. Hence the reason why the Cruiserweight division was again the main event for the third week in a row. And the biggest segment that could have ended Raw was the first thing. Miz TV opened up with The Miz giving out the Mizzies Part 2 with only Curtis Axel. Now I think Bo Dallas is selling his injuries from last week when he and Axel got the butts ripped by Roman right before the Intercontinental title match between Miz and Roman. So Miz was handing out the awards for Best Supporting Actor and blah 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 to Curtis Axel with people chanting "You deserve it." And then they had Best Supporting Role. I think what was that fake award for Axel was like most persevering superstar. And then the most supporting actor, helping the Miz out with the takedown of Roman last week. The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus, his guests on tonight's Miz TV. So they were celebrating destroying Roman last week and thanking Dean and Rollins for initiating it and not coming out to help Roman not get destroyed. So they had their little trophy and thanking Roman, blah, blah, blah. And they kept saying, oh, we're not going to get the Shield back together. They'll never get along again. They didn't help each other last week. They're not going to help each other now. So they thought. And then Miz is like, I'm going to hand out one more award. The Big Dog Award. It's not Roman Reigns. It's me. I'm the big dog. I'm the head cheese. But then the self-proclaimed big dog, Roman Reigns, came out saying, Miz, shut your mouth. And he wants to beat up their asses right now. But Miz is like, there's only 4 of us and there's only 1 of you. So go in the back and try to tease us with Rollins and Ambrose. But you won't get them because the rumors of you guys reuniting are just that. Hype. But Roman's like, rumors? Nah. Bam, here comes Rollins and Ambrose. Coming up to their separate themes. But they would reunite at the end as they came down to take down everybody. Miz scurried out in a hurry and basically gave the beatings to Axel and Sheamus and Cesaro. And they got all beaten down with all the big finishers. You had Roman's Spear and Superman Punch, Dirty Deeds, and Rollins' big jumping the clothesline, leaving Miz all alone. But they say the biggest move for Miz last. They cornered Miz, got him back in, and then we saw Ambrose do the dirty deeds to Miz, and then we saw the triple power bomb return. They call it the Shield Bomb. Cheesy. And then all three of them did the pump. Probably the biggest reception Woman's ever going to get as a member of the Shield. It's kind of interesting. When Woman does moves as a solo guy, boo. But when he's with Ambrose and Rollins, yay! He still got some boos here and there, but mostly positive cheering for the most part. And to have this happen in Indianapolis, the place where the Shield debuted, Survivor Series 2012, the place where Rollins turned his back on the Shield brothers in 2014 in full circle. 3 years later, they reunite. All three of them, because we've seen Ambrose and Reigns team up after Rollins broke up them, and then we saw, of course, Ambrose and Rollins reunite early this past July. It kind of reminds me of like when the DX reunion started, like 1999, old school DX. They broke up in the spring of 99, and by the summer of 99, we saw New Age Outlaws reunite, and that was the beginning of the puzzle. And then we had the full DX reunion in October. It's been kind of a few month process. We saw, Ambrose and Rollins reunite in August, should I say. And everyone kept saying, "Oh, we're going to get a full reunion?" Well, we got it tonight. And this will not be the last we would see these three. As it was announced that it was going to be, at first, a 3-on-3 TLC match at TLC in the main event, since Lance is not on it. The Shield against The Bar and Miz. 3-on-3. But can things get more insane with that? Well, we'll see in a little bit. But let's give it some action, shall we? It felt weird to have a segment open wall for this week after beginning with a match for the last couple of weeks. But we did have a match to follow that segment. Jason Jordan against one half of the club, Carl Anderson. At least we didn't see Matt Hardy with him. Hopefully he gets broken soon. And he could. After we saw tonight. A little later on. And it was an okay little matchup. Jordan still getting a minimal reaction. I think this whole Kurt Angle experiment with him being the son, it's kind of failing. It's kind of a mixed bag. Trying to sell him good, but he should have never broken up American Alpha. I do like Gable with Benjamin, but Benjamin's just a consolation prize to Gable because Jordan's gone off doing his own thing on Raw. Anywho, the club with, of course, Gallows at ringside. So Anderson comes with big moves, following Gallows is stretching after a flew from Jordan. Okay, a little matchup to open up in-ring action. But after a big fury from Anderson, some big moves, some big punches, and an armbar. Jordan came back with some big moves, some big clotheslines, some big suplexes, including big belly to belly one. But despite another distraction from Gallows, Anderson tried to capitalize on it, but it was not to be, as Jordan would come back with his finisher in the 1-2-3 victory for Jason Jordan. Trying to keep up momentum and try to get people to get over. And now it's time to walk with Elias. The only person I wish was on the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell, but it's SmackDown and not Raw branded pay-per-view. I did see someone with an Elias shirt last night at the JLCA for Hell in a Cell. So Elias came out about to sing a song, making fun of Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil. Yep, that feud's still going. This is a feud that never ends. So as he was making fun of, he said that Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews, Titus Worldwide, it's like a calm in the Indianapolis 500, just going around in circles with nowhere to go. But as Elias was going to sing, we heard another instrument besides his guitar. I was like, what is that? It was a banjo being played badly by Titus O'Neil. Insert deliverance joke here and other insensitive jokes. Probably get some complaints about a black guy playing a banjo. I'll shut up from there. So I was just trying to sing a song. You can tell he's never played any musical instrument, let alone a banjo. He even said it. Me playing the banjo for the first time on live TV. See where this goes. Badly. He tried like, it's like a little kid learning an instrument for the first time. He tried his best to like, tonight, Elias, you're gonna lose. Although he did sing pretty well, even though it was not the same key as the banjo, but hey, he tried to work with it. You're gonna lose to remember the name of Apollo Crews. So Apollo came out. We've had swapping matches. We had Apollo losing 2 times in a week, 2 weeks ago, after No Mercy and at No Mercy's kickoff. Titus lost last week to Elias, so now once again avenge the Titus Worldwide name. You had Apollo Crews going up against Elias. There was a big woman match that got people probably twitching on the internet. At one point, Elias really walked with Elias seriously as he walked on the top rope and delivered a big arm move to Apollo. Looked like old school by a certain dead man, Undertaker. So basically, Elias stole or borrowed, whatever you may call it, old school by Taker. So they did a little brawl a little bit after that. They even brawled on the outside after Apollo took out Elias, and Elias even landed awkwardly on his knee. I don't think it was real. I think it was good. Crews were going for moonsault the apron, and that's when Elias kind of landed badly on his leg, but he recovered quite quickly to get back in the ring. There was some more little moves before doing the drift away and the victory for the Drifter. Another good part about this was the commentary. Corey Graves has been gold lately, even with the Sonny Bono reference last week to Enzo. Michael Cole was mentioning that Slash is a fan of Elias's. I don't believe that. And I don't think Corey did too. He said, I'd rather ride with Mr. Brownstone than listen to your nonsense, Cole. Thank you. That's really negative about being in Hell in a Cell last night. Not being able to hear Corey's commentating. It's not like Corey's commentating. So, there you go. And then another Guns N' Roses segment saying what happens the day after the Night Train. When he mentioned it about Enzo Amore doing a promo. And I was like, well, maybe we're not going to have the Cruiserweights be the main event tonight. If Enzo's now, but it was just a talking segment. Talking about how the other Cruiserweights aren't allowed to touch him per this clause that he and Kurt Angle agreed upon, yet it doesn't apply to Kalisto, who just appeared on the scene last week. And he wanted to confront Kurt Angle about it. And Angle's like, well, you all right. Most of the other cruiserweights can't touch you or they fire or get fired and forfeit any future opportunities at your title. But it doesn't apply to Kalisto because you didn't be the fine print, Enzo. It was all current cruiserweights signed when this clause was signed. Kalisto was signed to the cruiser division after the clause you put on the cruiserweights was signed. So it wasn't applied to Kalisto. The old loophole. And Enzo was not happy about Kalisto attacking him and automatically getting a title match at TLC. Or so he thought. Angle's like, hey, we're going to give that match away tonight. You and Kalisto tonight in our main event. Yes, we would have another Cruiserweight main event. Hey, they want all the big segments to go early so people can go to football. Even if the game against the Bears and Vikings suck tonight. But Angle added a little more caveat to tonight's main event, saying, oh, Enzo, that clause you did mention about the Cruiserweights not being able to touch you and they get fired if they do, that's being null and void for tonight. They can't touch you because they'll be in your match as lumberjacks in a lumberjack match for the Cruiserweight title. So then we're on to Braun Strowman. Once again, going on rehab to recover from Lesnar defeating him. He beat up 2/3 of the Shield the last 2 weeks, Ambrose and Rollins. So this week, he took on Matt Hardy. These of us with Jason Jordan. Main opponentship was just a one-off. It could finally lead to the Woken gimmick finally coming out. With Jeff gone, even the commentators were saying that Matt's been acting a little loopy without his brother. Let's see if they actually pull that motherfucking trigger. They have the gun in their hands. We want them to pull that trigger so bad to do the broken Woken thing. And we just want them to just stop hesitating to pull that trigger. Just no, like this. Like, they want to pull that trigger, but they can't. They're hesitating, but fucking pull it. And this could have been pulled here. Despite Hardy's best efforts he was trying to outsmart the big man. Even trying for a side effect, but that wasn't working. That was not working. Braun could not handle most of Matt's moves early and started throwing him out like a rag doll with some chin locks. But then Hardy would come out and get a little fury after chin locking Braun and then knocking him into the post and came out with a big DDT. And yes, he did do the twist of fate. Look like we're going to get a big upset here, but then bam, just as Matt pinned Strong, he just threw his ass off at one, delivered a big choke slam, and then the power slam, and the 1-2-3 victory for Braun Strowman. So after that, he took Matt, and I thought, man, he's going to break his ass against the screen. Maybe he'll get finally broken. But then, right before he was going to do any more damage to Matt, confronting him at the ramp, here are the Shield with fancy new t-shirts. Wow, I didn't know 1 hour shirts was at WWE Show tonight. They just made Shield shirts in an hour. All probably were already made, but hey, you be the judge. Anywho, they all had issues with Strowman. Of course, we know Roman's had his issue with Strowman for the last few weeks and months, and having great matches with each other. And as I mentioned, Ambrose and Rollins just lost matches individually to Strowman the last 2 weeks. So they all came together to take down Strowman. But despite Strowman piling early, including choking Roman against the screen, almost breaking it again like he did to Kurt Hawkins 2 weeks ago, the others here were gang up on Strowman before Roman delivering a big spear to Strowman on the ramp. But the destruction wasn't done yet for the Shield. They want to lay out one more statement. They can take out the Miz and one half of the Miztourage and the Bar, but they can also take out the big man, the monster among men, known as Braun Strowman. So they cleared the announce table, and yes, they got him up, and they did the triple powerbomb on the Strowman through the announce table. And then they had a little promo backstage. Did Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns. They need to do the old. If they want to do promos again, do it like the old Shield promos of the day. With the handheld camera. I like those promos. So the Hounds of Justice are back. Indeed. Full. And Roman, like I said, is getting his fast reaction. He's still getting some boosts here and there, but he's getting more cheers than usual. Because we liked him as a Shield member, not as a solo guy. And in that promo, like I mentioned, Dean's like, we don't care if they face on 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys. We'll take on any number of guys. We are the Shield. Miz listened to that. And he's like, guess what? Ambrose wants to be taking on more guys. Guess what? Keep his word. Indeed. I'm going to add one more guy. Braun Strowman. Yep. We're going to have a 4-on-3 TLC match at the pay-per-view. Now, here's my question. Is there going to be a belt on the line? Because you can't have a TLC match without something on the line or something. You know, you have to climb the ladder to get something. But if memory serves me right, ironically, the Shield's first pay-per-view match was in 2012 at the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view. It was a TLC match. It was them against Team Hell No and Ryback, but it was a TLC match, but you could win by pinfall or submission because there was no prize on the line to climb to get. Are they going to do that again? Have this TLC match, but let it end in a submission or pinfall since there's no belt on the line? Or put up either Miz's Intercontinental title or the tag team titles. Or hell, maybe all three. We'll see how they're going to loophole this. How they're going to micromanage this situation. How are they going to decide the winner in this match? Pinfall, submission, or have a belt on the line to grab from a ladder. We'll see how they answer that. But we do know one other match at TLC will be for the Raw Women's title. Mickie James taking on Alexa Bliss. The Mickie James, yes, they're playing on her age, but it's at least it's better than the feud with Bayley and Bliss. So anyway, Mickie was talking about people were judging me a lot about my southern accent, about me being a country person who is a real country singer. She sang her old theme song in TNA. Saying that, oh, people, do they judge me about my accent, my country love, or even my age? Age is none but another, Blissy. Said TLC, I'm going to prove that that magic number is 7 when I become the 7-time women's champion. She gonna be champion 7 times. Get my reference. American Badass, 2000. Anywho, Bliss came in and interrupted Mickie saying, oh, it's so inspiring, but guess what? Our younger audience may not know who you are. So Bliss had like some sort of highlight reel of Mickey's career with some funny announcer saying that when she had less dimples and you know, basically making a lot of age jokes, saying they're not yet late, and not great. It was kind of funny at some point. But then they started talking smack more after that video, and then Mickey's like, no more talking, you bring your biscuit butt in this ring. Biscuit butt was trending on Twitter, and people were actually chanting biscuit butt. And Bliss was naming old references, like saying, I could send you a link to the video, or maybe a VHS. But as Bliss was going to get her biscuit butt, as Mickie would say, to that ring, she would tease her and start to walk back to the ring, but Mickie would get out of the ring, sneak attack Bliss, throw her back in the ring, and try to set up a mid kick, but Alexis rolled out of the Alexa. I almost said Alexis for a minute. I think I did. Alexa rolled out of the ring before the mid kick could be done. So there you go. Decent little promo here. And we got a new phrase. Biscuit butt. Must be a southern thing. Because like I said, Mickey's from the south. So, anywho, man, we have not 1, not 2, but 3 cruiserweight segments tonight. We had a talking segment with Enzo. The main event, like I said, will be for the cruiserweight title. But we had another cruiserweight match, a tag match. Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. Damn it, Enzo. I hate you sometimes, but you're all these promo guy when you remember this, not to stick your foot in your mouth too many times. Taking on Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. The Brian Kendrick. they have their issues with Cedric Alexander if you've been watching 205 Live, which I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I'm one of the 5 people that watch 205 Live. I watch on Wednesday after NXT, though. Anyway, because I have too much on Tuesday after SmackDown. So it was a match. It happened. It was okay. It's kind of another 2-minute quick match with Alexander being pummeled early on before Kendrick would pull up the victory onto Mustafa Ali after he got the clean tagging. He had some good shot-ins, but it was another quick cruiserweight match. Let's move on. Victory for the heels. Still weird to see Gallagher as a heel. So then on to the weirdest segment of all tonight. Finn Balor confronting Bray about Sister Abigail. We saw like the Sister Abigail tease last week. They're saying like, oh, Sister Abigail's alive. What's Sister Abigail? And people were like, is it going to be a real woman? Or is it going to be Bray dressed up like a woman? Well, if your definition was Sister Abigail, I'm trying to think about it. If your definition of Sister Abigail consisted of Bray Wyatt in a little gown, veil thing, and gooky makeup, and having his voice sound like a woman, that's not what we wanted. Now we can say, this is the feel that never ends. We will go on and on, my friend. Like, when this was mentioned last week, this could be the only thing that could hype up this feud from not being too old and needs to fucking die. But now it's just got fucking silly. With Bray, all Sister Abigail is basically Bray in drag. Almost. And you can tell it was Bray's voice decoded. You can, like, it sounded like trying to sound like a woman. Could you just, like, get a real woman's voice instead of just having Bray's voice, like, vocated to sound like a woman? Saying, oh, Bray was different, and I gave Bray the power. They killed me because I was special. They probably killed me because Bray Wyatt's career died, even without me. They kept teasing Sister Abigail ever since Bray's entrance in 2013. And this is what the definition of Sister Abigail is. Just Bray in a silly outfit, or as people call it, a Snapchat filter, and his voice changing to sound more like a woman. Now it's going to be this drag Abigail against the Demon at TLC. So we have a lot of matches set for No Mercy. The 4-on-3 TLC match. The women's title match. That was made last week. The Demon against Drag Abigail. Drag Abigail Wyatt. And Asuka's debut. We knew that. Who would she wrestle though? We would find out in WWE's favorite number of women to put in a match. They love their fatal 5-ways, don't they? Just ask Brian Zane. Anyway, it was a fatal 5-way elimination match to see who would face Asuka at TLC. Bayley, Emma, and Dana, who have faced Asuka before at NXT, 2 of them got hurt by Asuka before. And also Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks, who have never faced Asuka before. And Alicia Fox, we've seen recently a little bit, despite being embarrassed by her career. She's on TV for the second week in a row. And Dana Brooke, we haven't seen her in fucking forever. Man, I wish she was still here with Emma. They were good as heels, man. They fucked it up after Emma got hurt in the whole Emelina bullshit. But at least she's trying to cover with this whole social media thing. Anywho, it was an okay little match. There was some botches, especially from Alicia Fox, missing a leg thing, and Dana Brooke almost botching a slam, but under Bayley, but quickly recovered. Some decent action in there, but then Bayley got the pin on. I think was Dana the first eliminated. Yeah, Dana was the first eliminated by Bayley with the Bayley to belly, and I thought that was it. I didn't know it was an elimination match. Did they just name it off the bat? Did they not mention it was an elimination until now? I was like, really? It was an elimination match? I think everyone was stunned by that. Like, we thought when Bayley pinned Dana, it's like, yay, it's over. But it's like, it's elimination? When was this announced? Anywho, it became elimination. Even if we didn't know it or not. But then Bayley I think they're starting to finally tease a Sasha Banks heel turn. She and Bayley got a little brawl. And that distraction got Bayley eliminated. Leaving. And by the way, Bayley was taken out by an axe kick from Alicia Fox. So it became Alicia Fox, Emma, and Sasha. Like I said, it was kind of weird they made his elimination last minute. So then the isolation game began. But then Fox and Emma, who had their issues last week after Emma walked out on Alicia in a tag match, their issues continued as Sasha would nail Fox inadvertently and Emma at one point after some offense in the corner before setting up the big statement onto Alicia Fox, forcing her to tap out. But with Sasha still locked in that position, Emma would take advantage, rolling up Sasha as she was breaking up the big statement to let Alicia Fox go. Emma pins Sasha. 1, 2, 3. Emma wins. Whoopee. What does she win? Johnny. She gets another ass whooping by Asuka. And hopefully doesn't get hurt again. Like back in NXT. So congrats, Emma. You won this match. But you're not going to be so happy you won. Because you get Asuka. And once again, Asuka's gonna kill you. Asuka's gonna kill you. But, yes, it is Emma winning. But, hey, as much as we would love to see Sasha Asuka, you know, they're trying to say Sasha's the best people. Maybe when Sasha finally turns heel, we can finally get Sasha and Asuka. Babyface Sasha against babyface Asuka maybe wouldn't work. But heel Sasha against babyface Asuka would work a lot better. So we'll see if that ever happens. But till then, it's Emma and Asuka TLC. And Emma gets to once again get an ass whooping from Asuka and hopefully won't get seriously hurt. Emma's already been injury prone as it is, especially just remember the last year or so. Anywho, we have our main event. At least it wasn't a cruiserweight segment. It was a cruiserweight match to end Raw. A lumberjack match for the cruiserweight title. Enzo Amore defending against Kalisto. And he was talking smack to all the lumberjacks. And then bam, Kalisto came out and the match began. It was a lot better than the match that Enzo had with Neville at TLC at the last Raw pay-per-view, No Mercy. A lot better. But Enzo's still not better in the ring though. Kalisto carried the match. There was some big moves and big kicks. But Enzo had some little moves too. He tried. You know, he's not the athlete Kalisto is, but he kind of tried. And of course, the normal trope of all lumberjack matches, they would get two involved in the match. You know, especially every time Enzo got out, they would pummel on him. But this match went on. With Enzo, there was a big, the Cadunzo and all that stuff. Then all of a sudden, a big brawl broke out between, I think it was Mustafa Ali and Ariel Daivari started it. As Kalisto and Enzo was still brawling the inside a decent little matchup here to end Raw. And as all the cruiserweight lumberjacks were brawling, Kalisto and Enzo on the top rope, and all of a sudden, Kalisto suplexed Enzo off the post onto the cruiserweights on the floor. That was an amazing spot. Holy shit, that was insane. Hope no one got seriously hurt because Enzo landed hard on that floor. But then Kalisto brought him back to the ring. And then we had the Jordonzo by Enzo. We thought, dang it, Enzo's going to retain afterward. But as Enzo got the pin, Mustafa Ali pulled him off out of the ring. And then a little competition. And then Mustafa got laid out with a nasty clothesline by Enzo. Kalisto was on the ropes. Got butched up by Enzo. Got the old nut shot in there. But as Enzo was getting on the top to do something with Kalisto had something up his sleeve. Yes, he got to do it. I saw him in position. I was like, no way. He's not going to do what I think he's going to do. He did. Selena Del Sol off the top rope. He could have botched it, and he did it perfect. As Booker T would say, perfect. And the 1, 2, yes! New Cruiserweight Champion, Kalisto. At least they decided to put him the title on when the kettle is hot. Put it on him. He was in the Cruiserweight division for a week. And at least they didn't wait to put the title on him, the TLC. They put it on tonight in a big celebration. Hopefully, they don't do to Kalisto what they did to Akira Tozawa. Become the champion on Raw, then lose the title at the next pay-per-view. But here's the difference, though. Akira won the Cruiserweight title the week before SummerSlam. This is 2 weeks before TLC. But I hope Kalisto holds on to the title longer. But we still have a brooding Neville, because now that Kalisto's now the champion, all these clauses that prohibits Cruiserweights from touching the champion and getting any title matches against the champion because they touched him in a celebration, even though they weren't allowed to, by a clause, blah, blah, blah. All this legal bullshit's over. Any Cruiserweight then can challenge for the title, including Neville, who we did not see this evening. Probably brooding. And waiting for someone to beat Enzo. And somebody did. And I hope they don't play a hot potato like they did back in August with Neville and Akira Tozawa. So there you go. Big fireworks on the wall. A weird Abigail segment. Drag Abigail. Matches made for TLC. And the reunion of the Shield. Believe in the Shield once again. When Woman was cool. And people are seeing that. So, there you go. That was my Raw review. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye.